Yo, guys, it's Nick Cipher with Market Cipher in the flesh with a green screen and everything. And this is my second trader spotlight. So, in this series, we're just going over different types of traders in the community, whether they're wildly successful and all they do is trade, or if they're more creative types and they're using MC's networks as a bridge to make their own connections and follow their passions. And my last interview, Trader Geo, was a he was an example of someone who's taking a trading business and doing wonderful things with it. And Lord Cyborg's a little different. He's an amazing artist and musician. He makes royalty-free music for CryptoFace, and I'm sure he would make some for you too if you hit him up. And so, without further ado, let's introduce Lord Cyborg. Let's see if we can get him on the phone here. Yo,
Yo,
how's it going, man?
pretty good. How's it going, man?
Good, dude. What are you up to?
Oh, not much. Just chilling, really.
Nice, man. Yeah, so I was testing all my stuff and I got the tech working. Do you want me to share my screen so you can see what I'm seeing or
Yeah, whatever you want to do. I'm not sure what to share. I don't know. I'm just the music guy. I feel like it's kind of the
Yeah.
floater around making tunes here and there.
You're not a floater, bro. You're a keystone part of the community, bro. Like
I'll take that.
you're like
Oh yeah.
you're the hinge, bro. You're the thread tying music to crypto and market cipher and all that. Like I don't even know where
I
to begin with
appreciate it.
it, bro, because the history goes back. 2021 seems like forever ago, right?
It's crazy. Yeah, it's been flying by.
It is
Yeah,
crazy,
man.
man. But the music that you were putting out back then was insane, man. And you're still doing good stuff.
Appreciate
But
it.
some of those songs you have, I'm on your channel right now.
Oh,
Um,
dude. Yeah.
the space one, dude, space.
People still find that today, and there's like 2 days ago, someone was like, "Oh my god, this is perfect."
you
Just so funny.
your style is perfect for live streaming, bro. And I think that you've been underselling yourself, like as someone in the crypto space who would accept crypto for your services and who's
Mm,
providing royalty free music. I think that like like we needed to elevate you more, bro. So like I wanted to do this spotlight to bring you into the forefront because there's different types of people in this community, right?
mhm.
Like you don't have to be a balls to the wall trader to be in the market cipher community, right? Like
Right.
there's
Yeah.
room for all sorts of people and like in 2021, actually, the crypto space boomed with a lot of creative types because that was the NFT era, and you were a
True.
part of that wave, man. And so, what happened to crypto is we became a bunch of boring nerds, or we were a bunch of boring nerds, and then the creative types came in, and we became a lot more cool because of people like you, bro. Like coming
Well,
in
shoot.
and using your talents to you basically like tied the threads between crypto and your talents because that's what we do, man. Like you've seen my stuff too. I'm kind of a creative type as well.
Yeah,
Um
definitely. We did a little collab. People love that thing too, man.
we did, dude. Yeah, it was the white
Is
cedar
that?
one.
Yep, White Cedar.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, honestly.
Yeah, it was just this SoundCloud track that I had on my SoundCloud from like years and years ago. I took one
Yeah.
little sample and I made my own custom beat, and I had another friend of mine actually rap over it. So that was interesting that you also love that track and like you did that mix on that. But
Yeah, it clicked. I loved it.
I'm definitely gonna be using this when I start streaming, bro, with this setup that I just got.
Oh yeah, you talking about the tunes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm honored. Yeah, man, I love it. It's it definitely came out of nowhere for me. I mean, I was just having a good time, getting into everything, learning what you guys knew, pulling from the market cipher community, and then, you picked it up, showed it to CryptoFace, and ran with it, and
Yeah.
people just love it. It was
Yeah.
took me by surprise, to be honest. We just kept on going.
Well, tell me about, so we covered the music aspect. We know that you're talented and that you have a lot to bring to the space in terms of your musical talent. Like if anybody
Thank
wants
you.
to live stream and they need royalty-free music, you guys need to hit up Lord Cyborg because he pumps stuff out
Appreciate it,
at
man.
a good rate and he's got a good workflow and it's good stuff. You'll get sales. Like we get sales on our streams with his music playing, and so he's generating real value, and he's not a failure as a trader. He's found moderate success as a trader, and he also did some work for Adidas and stuff. And you
Yeah.
tell me like I want you to talk about like how you got into trading. And how you dealt with the COVID situation. So like those two stories, I guess, like go in on that.
Yeah.
Let's zoom in on that right there.
2018 was really when my music and stuff really got going commercially, and it was going great. Just doing like all kinds of stuff for Adidas, and then the COVID thing happened, and a buddy of mine who was an editor who would pull a lot of my tunes and bring him to the production manager, and even the production manager reaching out to me. It just like plummeted. So many people got laid off in like the creative space. I know it worked out great for some people too in the creative space. I think a little bit after that COVID dump happened, things are kind of recovering. I think people working from home and whatnot, working remote, doing production work kind of boomed. But the people I was working with, yeah, I mean, it tanked. And then after that, I just had some friends, grew up skating, and they were all into it. And they're like, oh, dude, Cyborg, you're into computers and everything, and you should look at these charts and stuff. And I was like, oh, charts. And then once I got the understanding of like, I just think it's so fascinating because like I don't know if you said it one stream, maybe it was your brother, but the candles just represent people and their emotions. And it's like just a huge, vast array of different kinds of people from all walks of life, and it's just it's crazy. I don't, it's to be able to measure that stuff with technical analysis, whether you want to believe in it or not. I know some people are just like it's just lines on charts, but I mean stuff plays out. I mean it really does play out. So that's really what hooked me into it. Not so much of like a get rich quick kind of thing. I really I didn't know I didn't grow up knowing about investing and the markets and stuff like that. So and when I get into something, I just like really get into it and just want to learn everything about it. So it really just took off from there. All the commercial stuff kind of fell off. There's just things here and there, and I still get things here and there. But I was just like, oh, dude, this is kind of nerdy. I can do it just right here on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff was just exploding too. It was just like, what the hell's going on? And I'd heard about Bitcoin too back when it first was like $1. I had another nerdy friend who was just like, oh yeah, people are trying to come up with a digital currency, and I don't know about that. And then fast forward like,
Yeah.
a decade later, it's just like 50 grand. So that was gnarly. And then all the altcoins and the NFT space, it's got its own thing. That was I kind of boomed out with that too, just getting into it. I think it was like the magic of a bull run, but that's kind of basically my journey. I mean, just got into the technical analysis of it, and I like Pine Script too, messing with all that. So it's pretty fun. Yeah, man. I guess that kind of brings it to present day. I got in at the very end of that 2021 run. So yeah, man, just being a part of the market Cipher community and seeing everything going on and trying to learn my best. I just treaded lightly, when I
Yeah.
learned something new. A lot of people, I mean, dude, you know all about it. There's people that get in there and just like tank their accounts, just know, the risk is just way up there. So I got the community itself in Discord. Some people aren't even in there, but it's so valuable to see people go through those trials and tribulations,
Yeah.
you can learn a lot from the people around you. So
You see the whole hero's
pretty
journey in
crazy.
there. Yeah, in these communities, the value of them is that you see people fail and people succeed, and you can learn a lot, even though you don't want people to infringe on your trading strategy. And too many voices can be a distraction for sure, especially as a new
Definitely.
person. There's a
Definitely.
lot of value in the personal stories and the anecdotal experience of getting into, especially a new and budding community with passionate traders.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. And it sounds like you got into trading for the right reasons because you always knew in your heart that you were an artist first. And it was probably the golden ratio aspect of trading, like like the spirals and the numbers and the artistic aspect of numbers themselves.
Yeah,
That got you into this stuff, right?
yeah, and man, on a little bit of a philosophical note, I I don't know, my teens or so, it's really found this grounding experience with like waves. I mean, I think everyone can kind of relate. There is no darkness without light. There's peaks and valleys all throughout life, and it's
Hmm.
just crazy to kind of see that visually represented on a chart too. With it is a financial system, but yeah, I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand. I think that's something that really kind of took hold of me too. It's like, wow, waves are everywhere, man. To be
Yeah.
super hippie sounding, but it's true. It's
No,
pretty
you're right,
crazy.
man. And the traditional financial markets were not exciting and artistic like the crypto spaces
Oh, for
market
sure.
community is. Like the NFT creative types coming into crypto almost unlocked this like passion about charting and numbers that the trading world had not really seen before. And that's part of
Mm,
why CF popped off is like he's on the charts drawing like silly shapes and like drawing doodles on the
yeah,
chart. He was one of the first people to like draw nonsense on the chart, and then like what would be even funnier is like it plays out exactly how he draws it. You know what
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean?
exactly. Yeah,
And yeah,
yeah,
dude, sometimes the art and the nonsensicalness like ends up making sense, to put it in like a strange way, I guess. Like,
yeah.
um,
I agree.
because ultimately the chart is people's feelings, right? It's like, when you see
Yeah,
a big wick like that COVID dump, like we'll go on the chart here, that was fear. That was people's fear, and then you see people's hope and their confidence, their courage. These are all emotions, and
yeah,
I could I couldn't imagine anyone who would like that more than an artist because an artist takes emotions and they roll with them and they make beautiful things with them. And so with every
yeah.
dump, you have sadness and like you tackle that emotion with a song, or like if we're pumping
Definitely.
and CF's winning, like he needs victory music, he needs like
Yeah,
failure music, he needs this, and it's the hero's journey in trading, bro. Like and there's the art is so heavily woven in there, especially after the last couple years with folks like you coming in, and then also folks like me, like with CF's community. Like the way I first started helping my brother with his community was doing memes and like nursery rhymes and even my
yeah.
own silly songs that like weren't that great. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love. Yeah,
But it
I
was
latched
like,
on that for sure too.
yeah, but it was
It's
like that
great.
effort, it's like to show that's a true testimony, that you're generating value is if your community is like willing to just provide you content and memes and build out that community base, and it really validates you and makes you look legit. And a lot of communities,
Yeah,
I feel like they fail to do that, right? Like they aren't able to
they're very
recruit
cut
those.
and dry. Just
Yeah, they're not able to
yeah.
recruit those creative types or attract those creative types like Market Cipher does. And
I agree.
we got like Crown Chakra too. And like so
Yeah, man.
we got really great talent in the Market Cipher family. And so anybody who joins this family, would you say that they're free to hit you up and like we're all one big family, and like if they want
Oh,
to
yeah.
get services. In fact, man, I was thinking like I could help you set up a Discord for that. Like whether it was just to sell, the music services to other YouTubers who need royalty-free music to stream, or
Yeah.
um, or if it was like to teach people how to use Fruity Loops and stuff. And like I'm someone who needs to get better at Fruity Loops, Cyborg. Like
Oh, yeah.
I would pay $90 for a 3-month course for you to like just do some videos on like how to get better at Fruity Loops. Like
Oh, yeah.
that's how this stuff works, man. It's networking. It's not all about trading, like we talk about
Yeah.
trading all the time, but Market Cipher is not just for only traders. It's for people running trading businesses. It's for influencers. It's for artists and anybody
Yeah, I
who
think
loves the charts and wants to see what's happening next.
yeah, and you had a message of like being a leader and not only just oh, I'm not gonna make this epic trade. It's also just it's so important to learn how to provide for yourself, do your skills, and then like I feel like I'm at a moment. It's funny that you bring this stuff up, and it's funny that you're doing what you're doing right now because I feel like I'm in the same boat. I was on the exact same journey. Like I have a Discord set up. I've had it set up before, but it was a little bit different. I changed everything completely. Discord kind of did a different business model now too, and you can sell products through it. So I have all my music up on there. I have like a supporter role, but that's something I've been thinking about. Is I've got this skill, and I have a lot of experience, probably like an embarrassing amount of experience that I need to do something with, and I want to be able to. I don't want to just go to waste, and I think that's super important. I see a lot of people like that too throughout life. I've seen like
Hmm.
such awesome creative people that just have amazing taste. Like I just want to be around them and see what they're doing and what they're listening to and like, what they're on next because it's just so fun.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, they're just, it's not going anywhere. I mean, they could totally leverage that too to provide for themselves, their children and family and everything. And it's just not happening. I see them struggling and I want to help with that so bad. So I would love to be, a figure like that as well to be like, look, I got this skill. I know other people want to be able to learn stuff like that too, just like you were saying. You want to learn Fruity Loops. I mean, dude, I've spent so much time in FL Studio. It's just
Hmm.
almost embarrassing, but just so many hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any question anyone wanted to know about that?
Well, so
I gotta set
for
something
you
like
to
that up
sit
for sure.
down and like for you to sit down and teach me Fruity Loops, that would kind of be like a waste of time unless I paid you a good amount of Ethereum or something like for your time.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
what you're better off doing is creating an online community, where people come in and maybe the first 3 months is $90, but after the 3 months it gets cheaper. That way, like people who fail at music, they can claw their way back with a cheaper membership. Or if they're
Yeah,
great
for
at,
sure.
or if they learn all your lessons and they become amazing, then they become valuable to your community. So there's maybe ways
Yeah.
to that way like you could pool in more money earlier and get like a lot of students quick and probably be able to
Definitely.
invest in yourself. And you
Yeah,
could
for
sell
sure.
consultations on your music. You could have a little sell MC with your affiliate link in there. And
Yeah.
I think you're right. A lot of artists, they're so good at being artists that they forget to market themselves and they forget their true value. And they often get taken
Definitely.
advantage of by their own parents
Definitely.
or their managers or the people around them.
Hmm.
And because that they are those creative types, they tend to have not you. You seem really stable actually, but a lot of our creative types have
Yeah.
chaotic personalities and they are easy to downward spiral and manipulate and stuff. But you seem like
Yeah.
you
I've
got a
seen that.
good, you seem like you got a great head on your shoulders, Cyborg, and like
Appreciate
it's
that.
time for you um to rise, bro. Like you got serious
Yes.
talent. I'm looking at this art, like the music, the catalog, what you already have the resume to create something crazy that elevates crypto people and music people and teaches people and yeah, the work you do is great for like you're helping new live streamers like have music and get sales without getting copyrighted and like striked and stuff, and
Yeah.
you're so chill
Yeah,
about the
man.
music, bro. Like that's what's great about Lord Cyborg is he's not anal about, oh, pay me for this or whatever. Like if
Yeah.
Cyborg likes you, he'll make you a song because like he's passionate, and that's that passion and that love for the craft that is priceless, man. And it's not that you just need to market that talent. You need to market like how you got there, like the knowledge. Like it's like
Yeah.
you can't just don't just have people in Wizard of Oz fantasy land like buying your products.
Yeah.
Like show them behind the curtain, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, for
um
sure.
it's like the end of Wizard of Oz where you see the reality of like what's happening, and it's hilarious, right? It's like the emperor
Just
has no
pulling some
clothes,
cords
and
and stuff.
we're in a different time, man. Like I think the common man is smarter, and like like they want to know the full operation. And like there's the people who are courageous enough to bestow that information are going to be rewarded. Yeah, man. And so, dude,
Yeah, I agree.
I had this like vision, like for like on your behalf, you know, like because we love you, man. The Market Cipher community loves you. And are you lifetime? Do you have
Love
it
you
for
guys.
do you have it for life or
No, I thought I did get lifetime, but I think I just subscribed twice. So, and I
gotcha?
got heavy into the Pine, and
Mm.
I don't. I gotta re up my sub, but yeah, I've been experimenting crazy with the Pine script, like probably wasting too many hours in that. But like I was saying, I'm not like an ultra nerd, you know what I mean? Like I'm not like the best coder and stuff like that. But when I get into something, I like really get into it. Probably not in a healthy kind of way, but yeah, man, just the code and everything behind like smushing things together and seeing what comes together with different important, inputs and values and stuff like that is just a little bit addicting. I think it's super fun.
Well, that's how
Yeah, I
MC
got to
was
get it back up
created.
on it.
Yeah, that's how MC was created. So if you get good enough at that, I mean, that's insane. You could make your own indicator and you could like attach an affiliate thing on that and have like a community with an affiliate thing and you could be helping people with your own strategy like it's all you need is a strategy, whether it's in music or trading. You need a strategy that works, and it's obvious that your music strategy works. Like you have a workflow, you start and complete music, and you're even able to live stream the
Right.
process. um that's that true value, you know. Like a lot of people are not brave enough to go live doing whatever that they do. They hide behind
Yeah.
pictures and canned audios, and
Yeah.
they don't have their voice, and they're not going live, and they're afraid to expose themselves to the randomness of live. But live is actually
Yeah.
where the majority of all sales are, right? Like whether you're in music or trading or anything. um,
Yeah. True.
growing a pair, getting your voice online, and showing your work in a transparent fashion, that's what gets the sales, and that's what brings people in.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. Yeah, not being afraid to fail too in front of everybody and pick up the pieces, in front of them and just keep going and make something out of, something that could go bad. I love that. I love being
Let's
thrown to
talk
the
about
lion's den
failure.
kind of thing.
Let's talk about that then.
Okay.
What about what aspects of like music and trading had to do with failure in your career, and like how did those failures like affect your overarching trajectory, I guess? Like
Hmm.
did you have any major setbacks in trading or music?
Let me find some wood to knock on real quick. I mean, not not really. Like I said, I treaded lightly. The risk management. I really clinged onto that just because I don't know, man. I just try to listen up. You really preached that in the Market Cipher Discord too, and I was just like, yeah, I agree. I honestly, I don't want to say like I'm not like the best trader at all by any means. I think there's people out there in the Discord that are just nailing it too with their fib levels and everything. They're just killing it all the time. I think a luck had a lot to do to play with my success, just getting into it and then getting out of it. Because like we were talking about a little bit in our chat, but it was like that December of 2021. That was like the tail end. I was like, yep, I'm dumping it all. I saw, things on the weekly and monthly just wasn't looking good and news and stuff. And it just shit the bed. And
Yeah.
I got pretty lucky there. And like, I don't feel I've been in this space long enough to have enough failure, but I was definitely there with like some leverage trading and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, I had to just stop. I was like, I'm not getting it fully because I had wins. I had some good wins, and then I'd have bad losses, but nothing insane. You know what I mean? I
No
had that
crazy
risk management.
liquidations. Yeah, you avoided
Right. Yeah.
catastrophic loss. Yeah.
Right. That's
Um,
very important. Yeah.
that's so good, man. And so for your first, like with most people's careers in trading, it is not a steady trajectory. Like you were revolving around this career almost like a planet around the sun, And sometimes
Yeah.
you're like Planet Nine, like you come in close and you're coming in and you're trading and it's hot and the goings gets tough and the money's there and the markets are pumping and shit. But then other times it's like, dang, I need to focus on other parts of my life or go through a growth phase
Mhm.
in some other area. Like for me, it was the gym in the last year. Like you have to
Yeah, man.
disconnect, as Crown Chakra says, you got to disconnect to reconnect. Um,
Yeah.
but dude, you always come back stronger. Like, have you ever like left Fruity Loops and then come back and you're like way better at it?
Oh,
Or
dude.
or played a video game and like you think you'd suck at it, but you sit down at it after like 6 months and like you're insane, like you're cracked at it.
All the time. And also too with skating, like I've been skating since like 6 years old, and all my so I got like some of my friends are pro and stuff like that. They're amazing, and I'd be like, dude, I want to learn what they did, and it seems like I would just be skating and skating and skating all summer, every single day. I just have to take a break like a week or something like that, and I come back, and then boom, I just learned something new. I think learning that early on was super valuable because, yeah, it's like a painter. I mean, you're really close in the canvas, you're getting all detailed, but do you ever take a seat back and look at the big picture and really see what's going on? And I think it's really important to do that. At the same time, take a break, come back to it with a fresh mind. Get rehydrated, get some food. Just take some time off, and yeah, man,
Distance
for
makes
sure.
the heart grow fonder, whether it's people or passions,
Yeah,
and distance is also discipline. If you can distance
yeah,
yourself from something, you demonstrate control over that thing, right? And so
definitely.
maybe deep down you were feeling like the trading was taking over your life a little too much, and like maybe you had to focus on other areas, and that's totally valid. That's gonna happen, guys. And yeah,
Yeah,
so creating distance and having healthy boundaries, not just with trading, but your followers and your community as well, is so important for the long haul here. There's a lot of
yeah,
things that, there's a lot of trials in trading that don't rear their head until the third, fourth, fifth year into trading, and
yeah,
having those boundaries and rules for yourself, and knowing your relationship with trading and like what kinds of space you need to take. You don't want to give up forever, right? It's like you take the space you need, but you always have that thought in your mind of like, dang, there's a battle going on that I'm not in right now. Like I got brothers in the trenches that are like, yo, where's Flop and
yeah,
Groper right now, or where's Lord Cyborg, And it's almost like a market indication when we come back, or leave, like
yeah, yeah.
we're
The Discord itself too. I thought that was. I
mhm.
mean, it was popping off at the top of the market, and then man, shit hit the fan. It was like I don't know what 2 or 3 months, and it was just not crickets, but it had died down. The activity, was just not as many people talking about their trades, and that was it was cool to see. To be honest, it was a big learning process. I want to say too, people with I learned a lot of discipline from other people who were disciplined in that Discord too, because people with a little bit bigger accounts and stuff like that, they would treat these things like it's no big deal. They had the risk management there. And I was like, that's the key. You know,
Yeah.
they're moving, big wig style. So it's like I gotta do the same thing. Yeah, I thought that was very valuable.
So here's a random question. So what was your life like the end of 2022? Like when the markets were bottoming and we had that
Hmm.
like big bullish divergence on the weekly, which I'm drawing right here on the chart just for like the people who watch this video. But where were you when the night was at its darkest? Like I'm curious because for me, I was in bad shape. I had a health scare. And I felt like I needed to become someone stronger for Market Cipher, and I felt very tied to Bitcoin. Like I felt like, dang, like Bitcoin's at the lowest lows here, and so am I, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and as the markets have pumped, so has Nick Cipher. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Hell yeah. Yeah.
but how are you, dude? I hope you were good during that bear market that we had. Tell me about
Yeah.
that, bro.
Yeah, man. Well, first off, it's awesome to see you, coming up and doing great, getting in the gym and everything and feeling good. I love seeing that for people. I got another good friend and he started running and stuff like that, not drinking as much and moderate, having a good intake of healthy food. And it's just really great to see that. He's just in much better spirits and everything. So huge congratulations to you for doing that. I'm proud of you, man. I love seeing that for everybody who does that stuff. Just
Thank you,
take care of
man.
yourself. It's the best thing. I got to do the same thing myself, but always try to moderate and stay level headed. But yeah, at the deepest depths of the trenches, I was good, honestly. I was still peeking in at the markets. I had those, was it 2017 highs on my charts, looking for things to wick down there. I think your brother said it the best one time. It was just like, you know, you bought it up here easy, but it's not so hard with all that blood in the streets. You know, you see it coming down here. Why won't you buy it down here? But it's scary. You know, you don't know, is it going to stop? Is it going to keep going down? Or, is it going to bounce? So
Yeah.
I was peeking in and out, as a new trader. And at the
Hallucinating.
same time, what'd you say?
Hallucinating.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit. But yeah, man, I was just focused on music at the same time, too. I got in with another YouTuber. Shout out to Obscure Music. Like Obscure Machines. I got into the whole modular thing, and super cool. Learned a whole lot about that, and got in with the crowd who we just make music every Monday, like through the internet. Just get together in like this free online game where you
Yeah.
somewhat metaverse type deal. It was super cool. I mean, yeah, that actually brings up another interesting topic I'll touch on, but yeah, that's kind of where I was. I just really focused on music, that the markets had tanked, was looking for things to bounce back up. I got a little, I don't want to say too focused, but I got more focused on the music side and didn't see the rebound on the weekly. I want to say I saw the weeklies turning up, but it was, it was at those levels where that psychological mindset of like, are the things going to turn up? Is everything going to bounce? Or is it just going to keep plummeting?
Yeah.
So really crazy experience for me personally. Someone new, going through the tip top of a bull run, and then just experiencing a bear market, which seems kind of short. So I don't know. We'll see what happens this year, but
It did seem like a short run. But also time goes by fast when you're in hell. I don't know, man.
yeah,
I don't know if that's the
yeah,
phrase, but we just got through it, man. And it sounds like you kind of did what I did in the sense that you went back to your primary passion. I actually went to
yeah.
college for kinesiology. Like my original path was I was going to be a physical therapist. And
Oh, cool.
for me going back to fitness, like I had literally forgotten that whole part of my life because I became market cipher and like I became
Yeah.
an analyst and a trader and like just this whole other path. And next thing you know, you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, who is this guy? What the heck happened?
Oh man.
And
Yeah.
dude, that lit a fire in me, like a fire that is burning hot to this day. And there's this great phrase, like it's not how hard you fall, it's how hard you bounce back or whatever.
Yeah.
And look what
That's great.
Bitcoin's done, man. It's been nothing pretty
Yeah.
much but up all last year.
Yeah.
And so that's why I went into the ETF decision with a little bit of apprehension and caution, and like my wording was
Hmm.
don't leverage the farm and get into crypto right now and all at once, and like approach this with caution because we had a great year last year, and at the same time there's going to be big challenges ahead for crypto. Like if institutions are going to be accepting it and it's going to be this big deal, now we have to face the scrutiny, and
Yeah.
there's so much scrutiny about Bitcoin, whether it's who created Bitcoin or
Yeah.
like is there just a better technology in general, like there's so much to scrutinize about it that I just think that the hardest times are ahead. And even if Bitcoin does insane, like what does that say about what will happen to us? What will happen to the dollar if Bitcoin does really well? Like
Yeah.
that's a scary thing to think about too.
Yeah.
And so
Definitely.
it's not just Bitcoin's going to go to a million and we're all going to be rich. It's like, well, if Bitcoin goes to a
Yeah.
million, what
The
if
world's on fire.
what if a carton of eggs is $500,000? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah. I know. For real. Yeah.
yeah. But so I feel that crunch time, bro. I feel like there's not much time left. And we got to sell,
Mm.
sell, sell. And I feel like
Mm.
instead of sending people through the merry-go-round and having a fun, jolly old time like the last few bull runs, I feel a calling to like uh almost shake people up and be like and remind them of their talents and their edge, and that we need to teach
Mm.
others, man. We got to elevate as many other young men and women as possible for the next big run, and so they're good. So we all got our nets cast,
Yeah.
when the common man comes in, and I really care about my community like that. I want us all to
Yeah. I
eat,
love it.
and that's Market Cipher now. Like that's our brand, and we're enduring, and we're here to stay, and we're one big family, man. And I want to make
Oh
it.
yeah.
I want us to be more helpful to each other, like reblogging each other, doing more collabs, trading our talents and exchanging value better than we ever have before, and that makes us all look so good. Like we become
Yeah.
this
For
we
sure.
become this greater network, and that's my hope, man. And that's why I started doing the trader spotlights. The last one went really great, and I was thinking in
Yeah.
my
That's
head,
great.
who's the perfect person to do a spotlight on, because I wanted it to be someone who was like a little bit underrated in a good way, someone who showed a side of the MC community that maybe people don't expect, and
Mm.
someone who's a genuinely good, talented person who isn't a fool, who is leveraging the farm, and someone who understands risk management and is a cautious person.
Shoot.
Um, and that's you, bro. It's crazy, like it's how you found yourself in that role in my mind. Um,
Yeah. And I'm flattered. I appreciate that, man. Those are
you're
kind
welcome, man.
words.
You're welcome, man. It's the hard ass truth right there. But yeah, man.
I'll take it.
Is there anything that you want to say in conclusion, whether it's a closing statement, and then talk about how people can find you, and yeah.
Yeah. Um. Oh man, a closing statement. I mean, honestly, I feel like I could talk to you for hours about all kinds of different things too. It's just it's such a deep space. But to kind of wrap it up and conclude though, or even to put a word out there for anyone else that's new hearing this, I mean, I definitely felt Market Cipher was the best. And like I said, I got into when I get into things, I get into them obsessively. And I was just, seeing all the different YouTubers, all the different content. And I mean, I'm a nice person. I like to think I'm a nice person, but I will freaking scrutinize and just comb through things with a fine tooth comb and just see what's going on and like the different people and stuff like that. And I just like to feel people out.
Yeah.
And I just really connected with the whole Market Cipher community. I mean, CryptoFace is a great entertainer. I mean, the balls on that dude just fucking going in live with the trades. It's crazy. And then the community behind it with, Crown Chakra and everything. Just, dude, Scary Money Don't Make No Money. The tunes were just, it was great. And then the community also going to the Discord is it's just great.
Yeah.
There's no value you can really put on that. I mean, honestly,
It's a
I've been a
sick
part of other Discords too, and it's just not the same.
They don't have it, bro. They don't have that unique the air of uniqueness, and like the fact that we partner with Platinum Mike Perry, it's like what? But
Yeah, that's dope.
but
Yeah,
our logo being on his shirt, makes that Market Cipher is a real ass company. We're not a scam, and like and also it's
yeah,
manosphere stuff, and it's talking about victory and defeat
yeah.
and training and discipline. It's actually the perfect partnership, Market Cipher and Mike Perry.
Oh
And
yeah,
and look
so
what
symbolic.
happened. Look what happened when we invested in him after his UFC career. It shows
Yeah,
it looks
man.
good on us to invest. We invest in assets like we invest in people, right? We invest in them carefully but aggressively.
Yeah,
And the Mike Perry partnerships example of that, the Crown Chakra music, your music. Our community's always been raw. And whenever we get too big, my brother and I actually back off a bit. Like, we don't really want to be crazy mainstream canned
yeah,
experience. Like, it's always been pretty raw. It's always been me and CF cooking up everything and not asking for help from other people for the most part.
Yeah, man.
And we keep it like that. Probably because we're just lazy bums, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also
I connect
because
with it though.
but it's just who we are, man, you know.
I love it.
We're always gonna be that the real people helping real people because we look attainable, you know. And
Yeah.
I know the common man sees Market Cipher and they say, dang, like, you know, maybe I could do something like this. Just like what you're doing with Pine Script and your stuff, like
Mm,
we definitely want to create bridges for people, not just take their toll money and send them on their way. We want to teach
yeah.
them how to make bridges too.
Yeah. And that's something that another aspect that I think it's funny, and just in a funny way, it's crazy that you're doing this at this time and everything, getting the whole market cipher, just through the whole process alongside trading. I also learned seeing you guys put together a business, having a good business model, being a real community, being down to earth, which is what I liked. It wasn't just, you know, just the copy pasta, the thumbnails and everything. It was just different, the alternative, which is, my style. And yeah, it's just been great. So organic, and being able to pick up, I don't know, tips, or just seeing other people, how they move, I think is super important. Be observant of your surroundings and everyone around you. And I think you learn the most rather than asking questions and this and that. Some people just kind of go in on asking a million questions, but it's best to be a fly in the wall, in
Yeah,
my opinion. But
that's
yeah,
good.
man,
Yeah, you got to watch and understand before you jump in. Yeah, that's great
for
advice
sure.
for a new trader, man.
Yeah, yeah, definitely would do that. Um, yeah, to touch on, I don't know. Do you have anything else you want to say? I don't want to cut you off and just be like, "All right, guys, well, here's
No,
my
no,
links. Here's how you
no.
find me."
This was incredibly rewarding, man. This is exactly what I wanted. We talked about
Cool, cool,
more of the things than I imagined. Like, and we're gonna keep
good.
talking. We're gonna be partners. I know you're in my VIP group, man. So,
Yeah, man,
we'll be
great Discord.
exchanging value, and yeah, man. Just I just want to pray for a good future and that you find the
Yeah,
partnerships that get you where you need to go, whether
thank you,
it's with
thank you.
Market Cipher or not. But just know that I'm going to be doing a better job connecting us all. And yeah, I just hope it leads to more opportunities for you, man. And I hope you have the
Thank you.
same mindset in the reverse direction. So God
Yeah,
bless you, man.
absolutely. Same to you, man. And yeah, we'll touch on links and things like that. I'm really gonna be pushing straight through my YouTube and
Okay.
just into Discord. Want to have like a little Discord community
Yeah.
where that can grow organically too. Do the same thing, offer some services and stuff like that. I would put the feeler out. I'll probably put it on YouTube too, asking people who are paying attention to my channel. What's a service I could provide you? Because I have these skills, knowledge, and tools, in my mind, and that I've learned over
Yeah.
the decades here. Hey, I want to see other people too be able to put food on their plate and provide for their families. I mean, what is life? Boil it down, passing your knowledge off. I think that's the way to go for sure.
I think the lesson to be learned here is to never feel bad if you have something to give the world. Don't feel bad about offering it to the world for a fair price, and don't undervalue yourself, and
Very true.
charge the right price, and the right customer will come, and you forge a good connection. And it's not bad to charge more for something if you're promising a superior product. Like if you teach someone how to make music and do everything from setting it up to creating it to producing it to all this stuff, and you're also getting on the phone with them and calling them, like that's worth a lot, man. um and so you have a great gift, and I know you're going to find ways to spread
Appreciate it.
that gift with the world, man. And so again,
Appreciate it, man.
God bless you, Cyborg, and we'll be talking later, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. Thanks for having me on here.
Thank you, bro. Go ahead and subscribe to Cyborg's YouTube channel, and we'll be having him on the stream in the future. Peace, man.
Peace.